Regardless of what type of custom decoration business you have, you're going to need to establish a strong supply chain to make sure you can deliver to the wants and needs of your customers. Now, most custom decoration businesses revolve around some type of custom apparel decoration, meaning they need a strong supplier of blank apparel. There are many different suppliers of blank apparel, and who you use really is going to dictate on price, how quickly they can get you the product, and what products they can get. Certain suppliers only have contracts with certain brands, while other suppliers actually even generate or produce their own brands, which often become even cheaper. Now, there's one supplier that really is set above all the others because of their ability to take care of their customers, have very low prices, and have many warehouses across the country, and that is Sanmar. Sanmar is simply the best blank product supplier. They may not have every brand that you and your customers want, but their customer service, their marketing materials that they provide you with, and everything else is just far better than any other blank apparel supplier. So if you need to be buying shirts, Sanmar is the business to work with. Because they have warehouses all over the country, they can deliver you product extremely quickly. For example, as long as we make a purchase by 4 p.m., it is delivered next day to our business. Essentially, we can obtain shirts within 15 hours of ordering them, as long as they're being pulled from the closest warehouse to us. And not only do we get the shirts extremely quickly, if we order over $200 worth, it's free shipping. And when it comes to shipping shirts, they aren't cheap. So we love the ability of having them shipped to us immediately and for free, meaning we need to hold virtually no inventory. Now, realize that inventory of blank shirts is not the worst thing. So when it comes to ordering shirts, always order $200 worth and avoid any shipping charges. It just does not make sense to order $150 worth of shirts, pay $20 in shipping, when all you had to do was spend another $30 essentially to get yourself to free shipping. I would much rather have blank shirts sitting on the shelf than just be spending money on shipping cost. Now, regardless if you actually need apparel, you're often going to need some type of ink supplier or thread supplier if you're an embroidery shop. When it comes to embroidery supplies, there are many different suppliers, Madeira being probably your number one. It is also not uncommon for some blank apparel suppliers to also hold embroidery supplies. Next, you have wide format and sublimation printing, which again, you're going to be printing onto different types of materials. Wide format, you have different types of roll materials. You can buy them through Rollin, or you can buy an off-brand that essentially will work with your printer cutter. When it comes to sublimation, this type of digital printing, you're going to really primarily be using somebody like Condi or Johnston Plastics as far as getting you the blank products, the ink and paper to be printing the finished products. When it comes to direct-to-garment supplies, there are many different suppliers. It's really going to probably dictate who your manufacturer of the equipment is. When it comes to essentially a Brother direct-to-garment or an Epson direct-to-garment printer, they want to sell you the ink directly, and you really don't want to be buying any type of off-brand ink when it comes to a direct-to-garment printer or sublimation printer. When it comes to screen printing, there are many different supplies and pieces of equipment, and there are really a couple suppliers that really stand out above the others. First, you have what is called Ryonet, or silkscreensupplies.com. Ryonet is a great place to get any of your screen printing supplies that you need. They have many different educational videos, they have free shipping at certain rates and so forth, but their customer service and so forth is just on another level. So you really ought to use them for a lot of your screen printing needs. But also One Stroke Inks is also another good screen printing supplier. They manufacture their own inks, which means whenever you have a question about whatever you're trying to do, you're actually calling the business that actually manufactured the product, and they can answer the questions much more greater than a middleman supplier like Ryonet. Although Ryonet also, just like One Stroke Inks, also manufactures their own ink, and anytime you have a business that manufactures their own product, typically they hold better inventory and the price is lower. Again, this is something that Sanmar does with some of their brands, such as Port & Company, Sport Tech, and District. Again, having supplies that is actually manufactured by the supplier, there's just many advantages to it. Again, it is extremely important that you establish a strong supply chain so that you can always be meeting the wants and demands of your customers in the time frame that they expect. If you have any questions about who you should go with, please do not hesitate contacting us. Thank you.